Hello there. In this video I will show you how to exit a parking lot parking space, going out and then turning to the right, and then we'll go driving. So bear with me and let's get started. Okay, so I'm already sitting in the car. I've adjusted my seat. And now I'm gonna start the car, turning the ignition. This is an older car, so it's not a push button start. So I don't have to have my foot on the brake in order to start. So now I'll just turn the ignition key. Okay. And then I will put my right signal on because I'm going to the right. I have my foot on the brake. Get rid of the parking brake, get the gear selected to drive, and of course I inch up a little bit because I've got a car right beside me. So if I start turning the wheel right away, it means I'm gonna be scraping the side of my car, you know, with the front of this vehicle. So I go out and then check to the left, then I start turning all the way to the right, so I'll end up close to the right by the time I'm out. Now I'm going to the left here, so I signal left, check to the left and right, and then I exit this parking lot. Now I'm gonna make a right turn out here, so I signal to the right, check the crosswalk, check left, right, and then I proceed. Now ahead there's a stop sign and I'm making a right turn, so I place the right signal on. And what do I have here? Do I have a white line? Yes, so the front bumper stops before the line. But of course I can't see anything. I can see to the right, but I can't see to the left, and they don't have a stop sign. So if I just drove out, a car coming there could smash me up and it would be my fault. So I already stopped, so I inch up with the wheels turned. They call it hugging the curb, and then I check and I see that it's safe, so I can continue. Just keep turning the wheel hand over hand and recover. Now if my video goes dead, I don't expect you to, but I always say in my video, if the video dies suddenly, then just give me a like and subscribe, please. Okay, stop sign, but I don't have a white line. Don't have a real sidewalk, so I stop right out to the edge of the road. Check left, right, and it's safe. Go straight across. At the stop sign ahead, it's a right turn. Now what do I have here? I have a white line, yes. But I can't see too well to the left, so I creep up and check it's safe and nobody in the crosswalk, so I can make my right turn. And then the speed here is 40 kilometers an hour, so I'm right on 40 right now. Check left, right, intersection. Now I'm coming up to a crosswalk. Now if someone was there, the lights would be flashing, but there's no one there. But I still have to check left, right before going through. Okay, so as we drive along, I'll be pointing out any tips, anything that makes sense, will make sense to you, then I'll point it out. Okay, I'm approaching a set of green lights. There it goes. It's now yellow, and then it's gonna be red. So where do I stop? White line, there's none. Oh yes, there is, but it's rubbed out, so I just stop before the line. And wait for the lights to turn green. while I'm waiting for the lights to turn green, it's a good idea to just, you know, keep checking, because the light could actually turn green, but there's someone speeding through the light, left, right, so you need to see him before impact. Okay, so up to this point it's still 40 kilometers an hour, but guess what? I'm doing 60. Now it becomes 70. So now I can get up to 70. There's a flashing amber light there, which is telling me there's a set of traffic lights ahead and it could be changing, and there it is. It just turned amber and then red. So I stopped just before the white line and wait for the lights to turn green again. There's a nice old Hummer there. I don't think they make those anymore, eh? Okay, left, right. They have a green arrow and I have a solid green, so I can go. Alright, so there's the sign. It says 70 kilometers an hour. And then now the sign says 80 kilometers an hour, so I'm right on 80. Notice I have solid yellow lines, meaning no overtaking in this area. Okay, now these guys are gonna pass me because I'm driving at 80 and they want to do 100. So there you go. Well, I feel okay now because I'm doing about 95, but they're doing at least 120. So if there's an officer ahead, he'll have to catch him, not me. Then of course, I have my eyes posted way down the road, so when I see him slowing down, I can immediately get back to my 80. Right now I'm doing 85, so I'm good. But look how far ahead he is. So he's got to be doing at least 120 in an 80 zone. So you know that's a big fat ticket, and the insurance rates would go up drastically if that person ever got caught going so fast over the posted speed limit. Okay, so see, I'm holding the wheel correctly at the 9 and 3 position, but you and I know that once we have our license, we're not gonna be doing this. We're gonna be holding it like this, or like this, or one hand. That's fine, as long as you know the correct way of holding your steering wheel so you can steer properly. Now I could be driving like this because I don't have any traffic to contend with. But if I am driving on a highway where you have 2-3 lanes, I don't drive with one hand. I hold it both ways, because a lot of drivers, they move erratically, and if I'm just using one hand to drive, I could oversteer and lose control. But once I have the wheel like this, I can react to anything they're doing in the lane to the right or left. So it's a good idea when you have cars around, hold the wheel at the 9 and 3 position. And by the way, that's the position you have to drive when you go on your driving test. These videos are being made in Canada, and Canada and the US, we use the same road rules. So just so you know, because I've had I think one or two people from other countries, they want to hold the wheel up here like this. So I had to respond to them, that letting them know that if you're gonna be driving in Canada and the US, or both, if you're going for a driving test, the examiner wants to see you hold the wheel at 9 and 3. Now here goes someone else. Alright, I'm doing proper speed limit, but of course they want to go faster, so they have the right to pass me though. See, it's a broken line, so that's okay. Now let's see him. See that? Okay. I guess he would have wanted to pass that other guy, but there was not enough space for him to do that because of cars coming in the opposite direction. But I'm sure they're gonna try to pass each other. Just watch and see. I'm doing the correct speed, 80. Actually, I'm doing almost 90. And I'm sure they're doing at least 100. And guess what? I'm creeping up to 100 too. Hey, that's crazy. Back off, buddy. So I just backed off the gas pedal to make sure that I'm not breaking the law. So I'm back down to 80. Now, see that guy? He's gone past this guy. So both of them overtook me, and they're overtaking each other. It's okay to drive like, you know, as long as you're checking way ahead, it's not likely you're gonna get caught. Especially if you're driving in farmlands like I have here in Canada. Because the cops are not gonna go in the farmland to point the radar at you. So you can get away with driving a little bit over the posted limit, but of course I'm not encouraging you to do so. Because as a driving instructor, I should be setting an example. But as far as going over the speed limit, it's not intentional. Sometimes you're just driving and you find your car, and that happens to everybody. You're just driving, enjoying your ride, and then all of a sudden you check in the dash and you realize, oh my god, I'm doing 20, I'm doing 30 over. What if I got caught? You know? So I always, when that happens to me, I just back off and call myself some stupid name, and just to remind me that, look, you don't break the rules of the road. If it's 80, drive at 80. If you go to 81 or 82, that's fine. But another problem is if it's supposed to be 80 and I'm driving at 60 and then there are cars behind me, I'm holding up traffic. That's illegal and that's unsafe. And of course, anyone being held up behind me, especially if I'm driving under the speed limit, they'll pass me, and I guarantee you they're gonna cut right in front of me. They're not gonna drive past me a good distance then come over. They're not gonna try to cut me off. Then if I'm stupid, then I'll yank the wheel and crash over there, and then they're gone laughing at me. Look at that idiot, he just crashed. So anyway, these are the things that happens on the road, so be careful. Try always to drive at the proper speed. Don't go holding up traffic. And of course, remember, the posted speed limits are designed for ideal road conditions, such as what I have right now. It's a nice hot day in Canada, and you know, no rain. So I would expect anyone driving to drive at the proper speed. Now I'm right on 80, and that car is pretty close to me. I'm about 3 seconds behind him, and that's a safe limit for driving behind another vehicle. Now if he decided to drive at 60, then I'd be driving at 50. Then I would pass him, but of course I would not be passing him when I have two solid yellow lines. That's illegal and unsafe. So right now, like I said, I'm doing the proper speed, and he's ahead of me about 3 seconds. By the way, you know how, let me show you how you check your proper following distance behind another vehicle. You wait for the end of this vehicle to reach like a fixed object, like a light post or that sign, 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm 3 seconds behind that car. That's how you check your distance. Now I'm gonna get closer to him and show you how easy it is for you to be too close for the speed at what you're driving. So right now I'm gonna check to see how close. When the back reaches this truck, we'll count 1001, 1002. So you see, I'm too close to this guy. I did not get to the 3-second fall-in distance. So if he had to slam his brake on in a hurry, I would slam right into him. Okay. So I hope you picked up some pointers today. And we'll just let the video, the camera run. Of course, if it dies, then give me a like and subscribe anyway. And of course, I'll be seeing you in the next video, if that happens, right? So I'm just gonna continue videotaping and hope for the best. Okay, ahead, what do we have here? A horse-drawn buggy. Now be careful with these things because you could spook the horse and then it comes out, so you have to be prepared. And in my case, or what you should do, is just back off a little bit, kind of slow down so you can react to any sudden moves by the horse and carriage. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything more for me to show you. So at this point, I'll just end the video. See you in the next one. Bye for now.